Hi everybody, welcome to the Manifold channel. Today we're going to learn how to connect to an Openstreetmap vector server and to harvest vector data from it. We're looking at Manifold System Release 9. All this works in the free viewer as well. I'm going to choose File, Create, New Data Source, and down here in the More button I'm going to choose a Web Server OSM. There's a lot of different choices here, but we're going to choose Web Server OSM. It comes with a URL built into it. We can change that URL if we want. Click Create Data Source, and there, we just created the data source of the server. What you see here in this part of the project is coming in live from vector data that's stored on OpenStreetMap. This particular drawing has all OpenStreetMap data in the world on it. That's kind of inconvenient to work with, so I'm going to create a map that we can use to zoom in and look at smaller regions. So I right-click, I choose Create New Map. We'll use Bing Street Maps as a background layer. There's other choices, but we use Bing. Choose Create Map, and we just created a map. Double-click that to open it. And we can now right-click and drag to a zoom box, and we'll zoom into France. In particular, we'll zoom into, let's zoom here, to a town not far from Paris called Chartres. It's where the great cathedral, Gothic cathedral, is located. If you ever have a chance to visit it, you should, if you like art and history. And we'll zoom far enough into it so that OpenStreetMap isn't going to have any issues giving us the data that we want. And now what I'll do is I'll drag and drop the OSM drawing layer into that map, and when you see the blue line here, that means Manifold is asking for data from the OpenStreetMap server. And over time, it's not particularly quick. The OpenStreetMap server will send us vector data. It's going to be points and lines, which are which is what the OSM database of vector data is for this particular region that we're looking at. It'll automatically bring that in. Now, if we tried to pull this data in for a larger scene, for example, such as all of France or the entire world, that's not going to work because that's gigabytes or terabytes worth of data. But this is actually not an unreasonable amount of data, and it's perfectly fast enough so that if you wanted to get building footprints for a small town or even a larger town and that sort of thing, you can do this. And when the blue line turns off, you know that it's fully loaded. Great. Now all the data that we see here is coming in from the server. Let's grab some of it for local use, and to do that I'm going to Control, click and drag, that's the left mouse button, Control, click and drag to form a selection box to select all objects that are within or touching that box, and those objects will turn up in red color. To grab those objects I'm going to choose Edit, Copy, and I've just copied onto the clipboard the objects and I've pulled them in from the server. And now down here I can right click into the local part of the map project, which is here, that's stored locally on our machine, and choose Paste. And that creates a table called OSM, which is all those objects there. What I want to do is create a drawing now from this table. If we double click that table open, we see that one of the things it brings in is the geometry. And so that's what we're going to use to actually create the drawing, and that's easy to do. We're going to note first from the info pane, with the focus on this OSM drawing tab, from the info pane we see that it uses latitude, longitude projection. Okay, cool. That's what we want to use because that's what the geometry is in. So we right-click on the OSM table and choose Create, New Drawing. It knows we want to use the geometry field, and it shows this as red, pseudo-Mercator, because we haven't told it the coordinate system to use yet. We're going to right-click here and choose Latitude and Longitude, which is, of course, one of the favorites. So that's just a single click. Now we click Create Drawing, and we've just created a drawing. I'm going to turn this layer off, and I'm going to drag and drop this new OSM drawing layer in. And those are all the objects that we copied and pasted. So this is a purely local setup. We can open the table here, and in the Layers pane I'm going to quickly select them all and choose Best Fit Title, so arrange them all to be a Best Fit Title. And let's turn off some of the fields here. What I want to do is I want the tags field, I want the geometry field, and all the rest I want to turn off. So I'll do that. That's a shortcut way of doing it. And we can see that all the data that we want here is in the tags field. So let's just select everything that has to do with the building. I'm going to right-click on that, choose Edit, highlight this, choose Control-C to copy that. And here in the Select pane, for the OSM table in the tags field, I'm going to choose the search template, and I want to find all fields where the tags text contains that right there. Click Select, and I've just selected all the buildings. Back here in the map, you can see all the building footprint lines have lined up. So let's choose Edit, Copy to copy those, and then down here in the project pane, right-click, Paste, Created another table. Let's rename that buildings. And as before, let's create a drawing on that. Create new drawing. Make the coordinate system latitude and longitude. Create drawing. Turn that off. And drag and drop that, and you can see those are all the building footprints. So there, in about 5 minutes, we've connected to an OSM vector map data source. We've zoomed into a Chartres, and not only did we harvest all the objects that we wanted, and those include absolutely everything, including individual trees and benches, park benches, and stuff like that, in addition to building footprints. We also selected the building footprints outlined from the table, and we made a subset of the data. All this is local data, which are just the buildings, and we created a buildings drawing on that. So it's that easy to do. I hope you've enjoyed this. There's a lot more in the user manual. This is a video version of the user manual topic. Try it out in the free viewer if you like, and enjoy. Thanks for watching, and goodbye from the Manifold channel. Well, that was fun. If you want to see more, visit us at www.manifold.net. As always, Manifold delivers the world's most advanced, highest quality spatial products for GIS and DBMS at a low price that you can afford. Once again, that's manifold.net. See you soon.